Sit on down and pour yourself a glass.
And tune into your favorite podcast,
where things will be misquoted
and opinions ain't sugar-coated.
'Cause DJ and Kelly are locked and probably loaded.
Hey guys! Welcome to Locked and Probably Loaded. I'm your host, DJ Qualls, and I'm here with my good friend and co-host, Kelly Blackheart. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, where were you just coming to us from?
I was in that movie, What's Love Got to Do With It, when Angela Bassett's playing Tina Turner, and she goes, Yum Naho Rengeko, after her husband beats her.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. I am chipper as fuck today.
Yeah, you are in a good mood.
I've changed my eating habits and cut out alcohol and sugar, and I'm not the kind
and
of
calories.
And calories. I'll go into that in a minute. But it's weird because like I have lots of energy, but I'm not sleeping or pooping. But Kelly and I are going to Mexico in like a week.
Yeah, a week from today.
Yeah, a week from today. And I came to a startling realization that you can't go out and have 14 drinks and then go to bed immediately afterward and then wake up the next day and eat a movie-sized box of Milk Duds while watching television as you recover many times in a row without getting a gut. So I got a gut, and a couple of people actually called it out to me. And actually it was from watching the clips of the show that really made me realize how pronounced it was. It started like in the middle of my chest and went down. I mean, I could still see my penis at least. So I decided that I was going to go on some sort of eating plan. I'm not, I don't want to encourage anybody not to drink. I'm not like that. I hate it when people do that.
I really thought that was going a different way. No. I'm not going to encourage anybody into anorexia, but not drinking.
Not to drink. But I stopped drinking because it's a bunch of empty calories, and I stopped eating sugar because I got on a tear where I was eating lots of sugar. And also you bought me those fucking movie-sized boxes of candy because they were on sale.
I bought you like 20 boxes of candy.
It's like, you're a mean girl.
I just wanted you to be as fat as me in Mexico.
Those are like Caltine bars from Mean Girls.
Is butter a carb?
So anyway, and you can save your letters and emails and all that stuff, because whenever I complain about getting a paunch, everybody, I still self-identify as skinny. I know you see me as skinny, but I'm skinny fat. I had a giant roll, and I still have it. I would show you if you were on the Patreon.
Tune in later.
Hold on. See? I got wobbly. And so I'm taking care of that. And I've lost 5 pounds of fat and probably a lot of muscle tone and maybe some organ tissue in the last 5, 6, 7 days. Yeah, will to live. But I'm surprised I'm not depressed. I got a little depressed last night, but I think it was because it wasn't working as fast as I wanted to. But I've been waking up in a good mood. I'm not sleeping a lot, but I'm not tired. It's weird. I'm not going to make a lifestyle change though, because I stopped learning or changing in 1998. So don't get crazy, but I feel good, and I'm not hungry. I'm not craving things. And also I'm not cranky. I thought I would be cranky. I'm not. I don't care if one of you does something I don't like. I'm not going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, like you're essentially doing keto right now. You're trying to stay under 30 grams of carbs a day.
I'm definitely staying
under
30
when
grams.
I did keto, that was one of the things I was worried about too, is being hungry. But because you're like, I don't know how far into it you're going, but like keto essentially wants you to eat more protein and fat than you normally would, and not carbs. And the fat keeps you satiated for a really long time. Carbs generally are the things that you can eat a lot of at one time, but you'll become hungry again soon afterwards. So I never felt deprived on keto because you're eating enough of the other macronutrients to be able to kind of sustain yourself.
I'm not doing that. So I'm doing under 30 grams of carbs a day, and I've been calorie restricting to under 500 calories, which I do not recommend. I know it's not healthy. Save your letters and emails, but it's what I'm doing. And I'm not doing a bunch of fat, but I'm doing like a protein shake that has like 25 grams of, and I'm eating a lot of egg whites and turkey bacon.
Yeah, if you can load up on protein, then you can keep yourself.
I'm literally trying to teach my body to burn fat, and I want to shock myself into a calorie deficit. And I'm doing 10,000 steps a day. I've done them every day for 7 days, and I'll do them again tonight. A lot of things go on at LA, like at dusk till like 9 p.m. Like a lot of shady, like, yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure I saw a major drug deal go down at the gas station near my house.
That's Monday.
I know, but I think in the daytime, people
I do like how we've said before, like, well, LA is not like, everybody's acting like there's crime everywhere here, but it's like, maybe we just didn't see it because we never leave our houses.
Yeah. I mean, but also, we're not usually out during that time of day.
Yeah.
Like or if we are, we're in a bar.
Yeah. Going outside is a means to an end for us. It's getting into the car or getting into the bar.
I go outside to get inside. I grew up outside. I'm done with that part of my life. Check.
You've hit your outside quota.
Yeah, I don't need to do that anymore. I've done it. I baled hay.
Ugh.
So I'm not doing that anymore. Anyway, I'm happy. I'm reasonably healthy. I have dark circles under my eyes, like that are pretty profound, and I think it's from malnutrition. But I discovered Aussie Gold tinted sunscreen. The medium is too dark and the light is too light, so you have to buy both tubes and mix them on your hand. And it's also matte. I highly recommend it. Brought to you by Aussie Gold. The tubes are $15 on Amazon.
It's so funny because I was making a joke the other day where it's like I couldn't even. Like, if I were actually concerned about you, I make little jokes about it, but like, obviously I'm not concerned that you were falling into an actual eating disorder. But if I were concerned, I couldn't say anything to you because I texted you. I'm like, I think you're anorexic. And you go, thank you.
No, you said, I think you have an eating disorder.
Oh yeah, maybe I think you have an eating disorder. And you're like, thanks.
Thank you. Here's the thing. I'm not making fun of eating disorders, but I do think that is a funny joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like thanks for noticing like how skinny I am, you know, like that kind of thing.
But I do notice a big difference. Here's the thing. I'm doing it because I told somebody I was doing this and like, who are you trying to impress? And I'm like, nobody. Oh, it was Colleen. So who are you going to impress in Mexico? And I was like, no one. But I don't feel good in my clothes anymore. My side fat, like love handles, that's such a dumb term too. Love handles are rubbing up against my shirts and I don't fucking like it. So I'm changing it.
Yeah. And I was mentioning too, it's like most of the time when I feel like I want to lose weight, it's just because I'm uncomfortable in my clothes.
Yeah.
Or it's like I get hot too fast.
Yeah, I
gotta lose 5 pounds.
I spent like $35 on this outfit.
I need it to last.
And I want to look good in it. Anyway, I'm super excited about Mexico.
Me too. I'm very excited.
So the last time Ty and I went to the one only time Ty and I have been to Mexico, which was in March, late February, early March. We stayed at the Bonaventura Mexican Charm Hotel, which is budget, but it's nice. The best thing about it though was the pool and the bar area. The bathrooms were, it was
serviceable.
Yeah, it was like $1,100 per person or cheaper. I think it was it was $800. Yeah, it was $1,100 per person for 7 days. Mm-hmm. But it was unlimited drinks. The bartenders, the staff were dope. It was like probably about 5 minutes too far from the romantic zone. But we're staying right in the romantic zone this time. We kind of splurged. I think we're in a good mid-grade place. Mm-hmm. The thing that I love about Puerto Vallarta is that it's really there are a bunch of Americans but there are a lot of Canadians there. But it's predominantly like Mexicans on vacation with their families.
Yeah.
Like it's where middle-class Mexicans go to vacation in Mexico. And I like that. It's like kind of like their Florida. Actually, Cancun. No, it is kind of like their Florida.
That
I was
going to
say Cancun is there. No, but it's actually
Florida in a good way.
Yeah, Florida in a good way. All the good stuff about Florida, not the rampant racism.
Alligator, alcatraz.
Yeah, and idiocy.
God.
I know.
Where
do you start with that?
I don't. It's finding words for how upsetting every fucking day is like.
What idiot just said that we had like 16 million people we could feed to alligators? It was like some Republican.
65
asshole.
million. Yeah, it was.
Who was
I want to say it was Kristi Noem.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, it's like it's the cruelest thing in like. Let's say that being here undocumented was an actual crime instead of like a misdemeanor like jaywalking. In what universe do you think the punishment for any crime that is not murder or fucking something horrible, what universe does the punishment make sense that you would feed them to alligators?
You know what it sounds very Nazi to me.
Yeah.
It is Nazi.
It's ringing Holocaust.
These are
to me.
concentration camps.
Yeah.
You cannot. You can try to couch it however you want. They're concentration camps.
And it flooded.
What did?
The alligator alcatraz.
I didn't know.
It already, like, within days of it being built, it was already filling with water. And so that's what's scary too, is because now, you know, it's like we have the floods in Texas, but Trump made all those weather service cuts and NOAA and all that shit. When Florida has weather, which they do often,
Exactly, they do.
all those people that are in those not concentration camps, as they like to call them, they're gonna fucking die inside those camps.
But we're in a place in history where, we're repeating history, but nobody cares about anything until it directly affects them. And the cuts to the weather service, we're seeing it play out in real time in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming for Florida. It's coming for every place in the country that's going to have a weather disaster.
Yep.
There have been major cuts to this. And how many children died in Texas? Children.
Yeah, I know. It's disgusting. And what's interesting to me
And
is
it makes me think this. Maggots don't care about dead kids.
yeah, they're not pro-life.
They're not pro-life.
They're pro-birth.
You want the children to be born come hell or high water, no exclusions. You don't want them to have free food at school. You don't
want them to have education.
You don't want them
you don't
care
them
about
to
their well-being at
opportunities.
all.
No.
And you don't care about their safety once they're here. And even with like school shootings and now this disaster, you will not change your ideology. You won't change the law because you want to own liberals.
Mm-hmm.
And if owning liberals is expensive, it's way more expensive than you think.
Yeah, I know.
And I've seen you motherfuckers. Most of you have terrible credit.
Yeah, it's very interesting to me that like when we were experiencing the fires here, the conservative mindset was like, well, it's God's plan. God must have wanted LA to burn. And now that there's flooding happening in Texas, it's the Democrats control the weather.
Yeah.
Like
It's all-
how do we jump?
And of course Trump blamed Biden.
Yep.
It's the thing is we have you lost your compassion first.
Mm-hmm.
And you've made us lose it. And I'm sad for us that I'm now, when something bad happens to you, I'm like, well, when it happened to us, you were like, well, that's just the way it is. Maybe you shouldn't be so liberal.
Yeah.
And when it happens to you, now I'm calloused from how you responded to us. And I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be like this. So
knock it off.
So stop.
Guys.
You're bad. Why are you like this? Yo.
Please.
Yo,
You
that's
guys are grossing us out.
anyway. That's what's happening in the world, and it's fucking depressing. And the
The
irony,
Epstein files.
and the irony of all of and do you know that fucking Ted Cruz was on vacation?
Yes,
Like,
of
magically?
course. Maybe Ted Cruz controls the weather. Let's just fucking.
He was
out of town.
He was in Greece. It was a pre-planned vacation.
why are we not
the
looking?
19th time in a row
Yes.
he's not been in Texas.
It's not. It
But here's
can't
the
be a coincidence at
But-
this
but
point.
here's what
Ted
they're
Cruz
saying.
controls the weather. Pass it on.
They're saying hashtag
Hashtag Ted Cruz controls the weather. That's really hard to say.
I know, but what their response, Ted Cruz's camp's response to it was, well, it was a pre-planned vacation. But here's what nobody's saying in response to that. Motherfucker, you must always be on vacation. I think you're always on vacation.
Yeah.
And also, do you know what I just found out? That fucking Matt Gaetz lives part-time in La Jolla, California. All these people that all these Republican assholes that shit on California and say that it's falling apart, this shithole, have places here. You know why? Because it's fucking awesome.
There's just a little bit of shady activity at dusk, but other than that, it's great.
California is wonderful. I'm so glad that I live here. I moved here on purpose 25 years ago, which would have made me, hey Siri, what's 38 minus 25?
13.
I moved here when I was 13 years old. I got emancipated.
It was right after he was baling hay.
I got emancipated. I did road trip. I bought a Mazda Protege. got a hardship
Road
license.
trip at 13 was fucking sick.
I got a hardship license and drove myself to California.
You stayed at the Disney apartments with the Jonas Brothers.
And now look at me. I'm a potato on toothpicks.
Yeah, he's always on vacation.
He's always on vacation.
He treats work like we treat vacation, where it's like, oh, maybe we'll take a week and go to Mexico. He's like, maybe I'll take a week and go to work. What do you think?
So it may not seem readily apparent to people, but I work all the time.
Yes.
Even I was just home for like a stretch of like 9 days. I worked. I've done work shit like on 6 of those 9 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I work all the fucking time, and consequently, I should represent people. I think I should be in the government.
You're like, stop asking me for stuff.
No, I would just do this. Well, there's a simple way out of this. You have to pay more money. It's the way it is.
Have you tried being rich? Because all your problems will go away.
No, we have to pay more in taxes. Rich people have to pay more in taxes.
Well,
that's really just
it
the
will be
solution.
interesting to see what happens with California withholding federal taxes. Like,
Are we doing that?
I don't know. I mean, Gavin Newsom has been very explicit about like, I'm willing to do these things, and who knows if he'll stand on business when the time comes. But it would be like that. That is.
Have you seen that map that shows it's a 50-50 split of where 50% of the, can you pull this up? A 50-50 split of how the GDP is made. And it's a couple of dots are 50% and the whole rest of the country is the rest of the 50%.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's my glasses? It's the GDP map. Yeah, that's way too general. There's one that, it's like the light blue one.
All the way to the left.
Yeah, that really shows you those are the big economic hubs of the United States, and you know what they are? They're all blue cities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of how it should be. It's like you should have to stand behind your vote to the point where if you vote for blue or Democrats or whatever, then you can take advantage of Democratic policies, and if you vote for Republicans, then those are the policies that you stand by.
That actually would fix a lot of things.
That would fix everything.
If you love this so much, you pay the taxes that Republicans want you to pay. Mm-hmm. We'll go with the Democrats. We'll get the benefits, and you get the quote, air quote, benefits of not having fucking FEMA, of having your education budget slashed, of having your kids harmed. They've taken away the agency where you, like this Consumer Protection Agency, where you report consumer fraud.
Yeah, it's just wild to watch people. I mean, and understandably, it's people they don't get what's in these actual policies. They're only hearing what Trump says or
and
what
neither do the lawmakers.
Yeah,
and I just
that's true. They didn't read the big beautiful bill.
Yeah, because it's like 1,000 pages long. And one of the reasons, because bills are written by lobbyists. And I just saw the other day, North Carolina, the North Carolina newspaper ran an article, like the Raleigh newspaper ran an article with all of the state's elected officials, their federal officials who, like in Congress and the House, their quotes pre being forced to vote for the big beautiful bill and post. Pre, it was always like, this is going to cost healthcare for millions of North Carolinians. It's going to be devastation to our national debt. And then the moment they signed it, it was like, well, it actually is a pretty good thing. They made no changes to it.
Yeah.
The only thing that I really agree with is that Trump hates blue states so much that they put a cap on state and local tax. It's called SALT. They put it at $10,000. And that means my property taxes are more than that, which means I'm double taxed on every dollar I pay to the state of California. So that means you have to pay your state taxes, and then you pay the federal money on top of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is how it usually works. So in the Constitution, it says that money cannot be double taxed. Double taxation is illegal. So if you make $10 and you pay $2 of it to the state of California, then you only should pay $8 tax on $8 to the federal government.
Okay.
But what Trump made it where you paid taxes on the full $10. After you paid California. So the money that you paid to the state is double taxed. And he did it to ding blue states because we have higher state and local taxes and higher property taxes because property values. And so the Republicans have upped it to $40,000. It was unlimited before Trump. And I think unlimited is bad, but I think a $40,000 cap for a family with 2 children is about right.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a mess. And the thing is, this is going to take decades to work our way out of. If we can. I'm worried about the United States literally going bankrupt. China has a lot of our debt. The thing that's so crazy about this trade war is that we are warring with countries, like trade warring with countries who own our debt. They own our treasury bills are to pay they're for our debt.
Yeah.
And Canada and China are I think number 1 and number 2 holders
it's
of
like
US
it's
debt.
like poking at somebody who has really good blackmail on you. Like, what are we do? Why are we doing?
No,
this?
it's elbowing the guy who climbed up a ladder to get you out of a burning fucking building. It's like he's getting you out and you're elbowing him in the throat.
Yeah,
It makes no fucking sense.
And then we got a question about this on our Instagram, or like a request to talk about it. But the Epstein files, now they're saying that they don't exist and all this stuff. And what's so interesting to me is I've seen so much of this all over the internet where it's like, well, Democrats don't want it to be released. Yes, I do. I don't fucking care. Like, if Clinton is on that list, put him in fucking jail. Like,
anybody who's on it should be fucking held accountable because young girls were sexually
abused.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have
I don't think
any.
you can say rape anymore. Can you say rape?
Yeah, you can say rape. That's another conversation too. It's
because
like we've had to water down so many words.
You can't say kill on social
algorithms
media. You have
and
to
stuff
say
like that.
unalived.
Yeah.
And so that's why I paused. I didn't have a brain glitch because I'm calorie deprived.
People use grape for rape a lot
they
of times.
do?
But it is watering down the message, right? It's like if we give them these cutesy names, like that sucks because rape is one of those words that stops you in your tracks, you know,
Right.
and like you kind of feel the gravity of it, where when you use cutesy words for things, people kind of just, it doesn't penetrate the mind as much. Penetrate was a bad word.
Yeah, I was actually, that's so funny that you
that
said
is
that.
my bad.
That's so funny that you said that because I was going to say, I was like the words for penis.
Yeah.
Or like my mother said, "Go wash your rabbit," and
That's very weird.
it was called my rabbit growing up.
Can we go to messages, please? I mean,
and I still call it my rabbit.
do we need to take an ad break?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back after these messages.
Oh, by the way, I was thinking about, because we're going to do we'll just do like 3 shortened episodes today. So between like 35, 40 minutes for the real episode, and then we'll do 10 for Patreon.
We're at 21 right now.
Okay, cool. So
Welcome back from those messages.
so I was just watching this docuseries that I'd seen somebody suggest on TikTok, and it's called Relentless. And it's 6 episodes, and it is the craziest fucking storyline, right? So there's this girl who went missing from Hannibal, Missouri, and the lady, the documentarian, her name's Christina Fontana. This docuseries is over the course of 11 years. She's trying to help find this girl, and it is like, if you want pimps, if you want drug dealers, if you want dysfunctional family, if you want corrupt cops, if you want the Romanichal Nation, you got it in this documentary. It is like the wildest thing. It is just full of...
For a second, I thought you were like, if you want these things, call this number.
Just give us your credit card. No, it's like the most amount of unreliable sources I've ever seen in a documentary series, to the point where like I've watched it and I'm like, everybody is still a suspect. Like, I have no idea.
What's it called?
Relentless.
And it's about a murder that happened in Hannibal?
She could be murdered, but some people claim she's still alive. And so it's like there are multiple cases where people were like, I know who murdered her. I know where they buried her, blah, blah, blah. And so they're trying to seek that out. But then other people are like, she's just a girl, Christina Whitaker. She went missing. I don't know how long ago it was now, but...
I went to school with a Whitaker, and she called herself Whiteacre.
Oh,
Isn't that
interesting. Yeah. Apparently in that town... like their family has connections to these group of people called the asphalters, which I don't really understand what they are, but it basically kind of showed in small town, like people talk about large cities and crime as it's like, oh, it's so dangerous there, but like the crime in small towns is so insidious and like scary, where it's like sometimes in large cities the crime could be random or whatever, but here it's like, oh no, you're going to rat on us. We're going to make sure you're never found again. And it's like everybody knows each other. So everybody's keeping the town's secrets and all that stuff.
They know exactly where you're going to be, what you drive.
Yeah.
Where you live.
It's like a scary town that they were talking about. So
is this brand new?
It's a couple years old.
It only got 2.9 stars on Amazon.
I think So it's crazy all the way through. I think probably most people are upset about the ending because there's not a resolution yet.
They don't know where she is.
It still don't know where she is. And
Christina Whitaker, if you would like to come on this show and talk about this, we would love to have you. We can call 1-800-GO-RICKY.
We can blur your face. We can mod your voice. Oh,
or you could do it and we'll blur you out and you could be her.
Oh yeah, there was a guy also that ended up committing suicide. He was helping the documentarian with all these things. He committed suicide, and I was like, that's suspicious. And then it turns out he committed suicide because they found a bunch of child pornography on his computer. So it's just like, she goes through this process of 11 years, and it really fucks with her head because she has talked to all of these people and realizes she can't trust anybody.
So this is 11 years of the filmmaker's life.
Yes.
And to get 2.9 stars on Amazon after 11 years, I'd be pissed.
I enjoyed it. And
I would hire a hacker and find each one of those fucking comic makers and go to their house and take a bag of dog shit and light it on fire and make them stamp it out.
Yeah, I think most of people's complaints were it wasn't resolved, which you can't, like, you don't go into a documentary knowing that it's going to be resolved at the end. And then secondly, I think people were like, why doesn't she just give up? Because it's a fair question. She doesn't know this person. She like got invested in it.
Because she's gone too far.
She's gone too, yeah, it's like, that's the thing too, is anything that you do in your life where it's like you've put a lot of work into it, but you're not seeing the fruits of your labor, you kind of like get to this point where you're like, maybe I should just quit this thing. But it's like, but what if I did this for one more month and the success came or the answer came or whatever it is? It's like a very hard position to be in to know when to quit.
That's exactly what I'm experiencing right now with my weight loss and with keto. The other night at the bar, remember on trivia, on Sunday night at trivia, I debated having one drink, and I'm like, but I've come this far. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to drink until we're at the airport going to Mexico. And then yesterday, I was laying in bed, and I got out, and all the fat has turned watery because fat turns watery as you, and then
you have a whoosh.
So I look like a water balloon when you hold it from the tip, and everything is really watery, and I got really sad. So. What's the filmmaker's name?
Christina Fontana.
Christina Fontana. I feel you. We're in the same boat, except your 11 years was 7 of my days.
I don't have the mental fortitude to go through 11 years.
No, also, I'm busy.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of not having mental fortitude for things, there was a documentary, or there's like a new docuseries on Netflix called Trainwreck or whatever, and there's different episodes for each one.
I saw that.
And I watched the one about the poop cruise. We didn't talk about this yet, did we?
We talked about the poop cruise on the last show.
Did we talk about it on the podcast?
I think so. Yeah.
I think maybe I just mentioned it to you.
Did you? Hey, Isaac, do you remember us talking about the poop cruise?
It rings a bell, but I just looked it up.
Well, anyway, we've talked about plenty of things multiple times.
Because you told me the whole thing. You told me that
I think I told you.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway,
tell them.
So there was this carnival cruise that these people go on. They're on the cruise for 4 days, and then they're going to go to a turnaround spot. There happens to be a small fire in the electrical whatever room.
Where are they on this cruise?
Somewhere in the middle of the ocean. I don't know where.
It looks like the Gulf of America.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they were in the Gulf of Mexico. So there's an electrical fire, and that ends up causing...
I love how the boat is shitting.
Well, that's basically what was fucking happening. So the electrical fire causes the power to go out, which means that all the lights are out, the air conditioning's out, and now the toilets are not going to work. And so there's, the first day, it's just like, hey, guys, let's try not to use the toilets, blah, 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 whatever. And then it moves on to like, oh, we're going to be in this for a while.
How long were they on that thing?
I think they were stranded with no power for 5 days.
You can get people off a boat in 5 days.
Well, the
Caribbean is not that
They
big.
were trying to get like rescue situations to happen, but it takes it took, I think, 3 days to be able to get a rescue mission going.
The people in the Titanic were rescued faster. They were there in like 4 hours.
But anyway, they're telling them to like poop in these bags or whatever. But of course, most people are fucking assholes, and they'll just use the toilet and not flush or whatever. One of the best parts is there was a chef that kept getting interviewed in this, and he was like, went to the toilet and there was like poop and then toilet paper and then poop and toilet paper. He's like, it was like a poop lasagna. What the fuck, man? Like,
that's his catchphrase, right?
He kept saying, "What the fuck, man?" But so I'm watching this going, and
there's like 5,000 people on this ship, right?
There's tons of people on this. They're all sleeping on the decks. They're making tent cities. Like, it is getting to the point where it's like very Lord of the Flies. Like, they don't even have food that they can serve people. Like they had to throw away all the refrigerated food, and so
Oh,
they're
right.
standing in line for 2 hours to get soggy like tomato and lettuce sandwiches and all this stuff, like just mayhem, right? And so I'm looking it up on
A helicopter can't bring food over. I refuse to believe, dude.
Don't go on Carnival.
Dude, in 1954, in an episode of I Love Lucy, she missed the boat that's leaving from California and took a helicopter to the boat.
Yeah, why didn't they just get no? They did eventually drop off food, but it's like all of these things have to happen pretty quickly, and so over the course of a couple of days, like organizing all of that stuff and getting all that there. But I was looking at it on Twitter, and so many of the comments were like, "These fucking people are so soft, like they can't handle this." And I was thinking when I was watching the documentary, I'm like, one day of this, and I would have killed myself. Like I do not. I don't want to live through the apocalypse. I don't want to live through a poop cruise. I am out of here.
We're going on a cruise in November.
I know, and it better not be a poop cruise.
I've never been on a cruise before, and if it blows up in my face, I'm gonna be mad.
It'll be a really good story. I won't be around to tell it, but
This says the only reason they didn't evacuate him is because it cost too much money.
oh wow, they did not say that in
Wait,
the documentary.
Is it Carnival Cruise Line?
Yeah.
What year was this?
It was like 8 years ago, I want to say.
Carnival Cruise Line, shame on you.
Yeah.
This episode is not brought to you by Carnival
At one
Cruise
point,
Line.
it was like maybe the third day in, they were trying to figure out how to like make it better for everybody. So then they offer an open bar. And so now
great.
now
Everyone's
all
got
of
the
these people
shits.
who are like mayhem, like they're already pissed off. Now they get really drunk. Now they're shitting, throwing up.
and everyone was thrown out of ketosis.
Yeah, apparently like one guy was sitting on the deck and somebody threw their bag of poop off the side, but the wind took it and like wouldn't hit him. I'm just like, yeah, I don't have the will to live through that at all, especially because you never know when it's gonna, like those situations. If it was, we know for a fact that in 3 days we are going to get picked up, like it is set in stone, that's the plan, but they kept telling them everything's fine, don't worry, we've got a solution, and then it's like we're going to be here for another day, and I would just be like,
Have you seen any of the episodes of Trainwreck?
yeah, I've seen all of them so far.
Is that the best one? If I were only going to watch 2 episodes of Trainwreck, what would you
Can
tell
you
me?
look up the episodes so that I know which ones? The American Apparel one wasn't very good.
Is that in? They make that. They used to make that in L.A.
think so.
What's the thing about American Apparel?
The guy who ran it was like
A bad guy.
a psycho.
Oh,
Dude.
one was Woodstock.
Oh yeah, the Woodstock 99. I know we talked about that on here. So I would watch the Woodstock 99 one
And
and
Poop
maybe
Cruise?
the Poop
Good
Cruise.
one.
There was like a one about the mayor from, I think he was Toronto.
The one who did the crack.
Yeah.
Ford.
Yeah. Yeah, Rob Ford, right?
Yeah, mhm.
Yeah. That one was pretty good.
Dude, I know a lot of shit about Canada.
Yeah. Well, you're basically Canadian.
American Apparel.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I watched the Astro World
So
one
I've
too.
decided after we're back from Mexico that we'll be back that month. We're back that Monday, right? So I'll be here that Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
And then on Friday I'm flying to Canada.
Okay.
Because my flight to Knoxville goes out of Canada, and I just saw that they opened up a fucking Taco Bell on Granville, which is our main thoroughfare in Vancouver.
Oh.
And Taco Bell has never been successful, and I'm worried it's going to close, so I'm going to go up there and eat at it. And I'm willing to go. We'll be right back after these messages.
But if we're just doing 35, we can just. It's
Yeah.
32. We can
I want
just
to
do
finish
whenever.
this.
Yeah, finish this and we'll go to Patreon.
And welcome back. I'm willing to fly to Canada at a great personal expense to eat at that Taco Bell. I encourage all Vancouverites to go to that Taco Bell. Canadians don't like Taco Bell. They don't like it. They don't get it.
What's wrong with them?
It's probably fucking spicy to them. Oatmeal is spicy to Canadians. Like, it's so funny. Ty's this big tough guy, and like he says he likes spicy foods, but then I see his face. I don't know if he likes them or not. I can't tell.
Well, it is interesting when people say they like spicy foods because everybody's version of spice is different.
I mean, also it makes
I
sense.
like a little bit of spice, but
But the further you go north, the less chili there is in, like, less chili peppers are in food. But like the most popular flavor of a bar wing, what are they called? Hot
wings, chicken wings,
chicken
yeah.
wings, is salt and pepper flavored.
oh yeah. Did you remember seeing that a lot?
Yeah.
Well, Taco Bell hack, if you are a cheesy gordita crunch lover like me, but you don't want to pay fucking close to $7
It's
for
ridiculous how much
crazy.
Taco Bell costs.
On the cravings menu, there's the double stacked taco. You just add spicy ranch to that and get rid of the Fiesta strips. It's like $2.50, and it's basically a cheesy gordita
We
crunch.
just had what she ordered there and 2 regular hard shell tacos and 2 large sodas, and it was $17.
Yeah, I know. I remember the first time I went to Taco Bell, like after the prices really increased, and I was like, I think we need to reevaluate our lives, because it was 4 of us and it was like $78, and I was like, I remember this being 22.
If I wasn't on this diet and with a newly shrunk stomach capacity, I'd be starving right now from what I ordered. I ordered 2 tacos.
I know,
But-
it's really sad.
But now I'm full.
All right, guys, you can follow us on social media at LoadedPod. Send us an email, probablyloadedpod@gmail.com. You can join our Patreon for videos. You get the episodes a week early, and you can join us for our live happy hours. We do them once a month. That's patreon.com/loadedpod. You can give us a call, 323-272-3908.
323-272-3908.
And if this is the first episode you've ever heard, the sound you hear in the background is Rhino snoring.
Rhino is
Yeah, Rhino's
snoring right
snoring.
now. He is
We're all
out
used
like
to
a
it by
lamb.
now. Okay.
Bye.
And find us on YouTube, too.
Yeah, you go to YouTube and type in Locked and Probably Loaded podcast, DJ Qualls, whatever descriptors
you don't need
want.
to type that much.
And then like and subscribe, because we need to bring up our whatever's there.
Yeah, we need to bring up our whatever. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Sit on down and pour yourself a glass.
Then tune into your favorite podcast.
Where things will be misquoted.
And opinions ain't sugar coated.
'Cause